Harbaugh now heads to the Los Angeles Chargers.
He wins everywhere. He wins, period.
Justin Herbert, he's a crown jewel.
Well, you guys better enjoy this.
Quick snap, Herbert to throw. Has a man, touchdown!
The fans loved it.
You have to love what you're seeing on tape if you're a Chargers fan, especially for the future with Justin.
Herbert on the move and throws and touchdown.
I was just trying to show off.
We're going to be known as world champions. And we're gonna do it or die trying. Don't let the powder blues fool you.
Who's got it better than that?
I just have one question. Who could possibly have it better than us?
Besides Future Us?
Future Us.
Future Us. Hey, folks. Welcome back to the Charger Chats. I'm your co-host, Will Dog. Sit with my buddy, Kev Huggin Duggan.
Going to the playoffs. Going to the playoffs. Sorry, drop my
Let's
mic.
not forget Kyle, the coach, Duggan. For crying out loud.
I'm just happy to be here.
Yes.
Listen, I'm just here so I don't get fined.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Oh, folks. Victory Monday never tasted so sweet.
Happy New Year's to everyone when you're listening to this. It's
New Year's Eve. We got a brand new year coming around the corner. What a year this has been already.
It's been crazy. And guess what? 2025, I think, is going to start off pretty nice.
It's
Dude,
shaping up to be that way.
Come on, in the playoffs,
Yeah.
having $72 million in cap availability going into next year with Chef Ortiz, just so much monopoly money to play with.
Rain.
It's got to be good. Oh, folks, we got a heck of an episode lined up for you with an Ask Boltfam. It's just a great time to be a Charger fan. Let's waste no time. Start at the top. It's clinched. Feel the thunder. See the lightning. Just embrace this, what was supposed to be a rebuild. I don't know. We got Jim Harbaugh. There's so many questions. Big names leaving. Who are we going to draft? Who are we getting at free agency? And here we are. Clinched
10 wins
in the
10
playoffs,
in your
baby.
hand.
We were talking about this earlier. Like, all the pundits are saying there's no way they're going to make it because they got rid of Keenan. They got rid
Mike,
of Eckler. They got rid of all their guys. And look, when was the last time we clinched a playoff spot before the last week? I don't remember.
And peaking, you put up a 30 burger last week, a 40 burger this week.
Are you peaking right now? I'm peaking so hard right now.
We're peaking pretty hard there, folks. It's just awesome to know and to feel like we're in competent hands too.
Yeah.
This isn't just like, oh, we just squeaked in and I don't know if we're gonna really make an impact or go
probably
quite
get
far.
Out-coached in the first round.
Yeah,
it's like we're not being out-coached in any round. There's no round of the playoffs. You're gonna be like, yeah, they have a better coach, so we got to just play crazy.
Yeah.
Nothing like that. It just feels so good and so excited to see what this next weekend ends up being. But before we get to that, let's shout out some fans that greeted some players coming in, because boy, that would have been such a fun thing to be a part of.
Yeah.
We were talking about it. I can't remember which one said it. Like, you guys should go up there, and we're like,
Hillary. It was like 7:00 at night after OGs at 10 a.m. So needless to say, too many drinks.
Yeah.
We were ready to pass out.
After
And
every
Hillary
touchdown.
I was like, oh, look at this. Like, Karen sent us a text that they're going to the bowl. And she's like, you guys should go. I was like, who's driving?
Yeah.
But it was insane. It like this brings back the excitement I had that Jaguars game, where like all of them showed up. They were all excited. Like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
This is exactly what it should be for the players and the excitement we have for them.
And getting to watch like Derwin James leave the stadium, roll down his window,
Dabbing people
like
up.
interact with all the fans.
Yeah.
It's just, that's what it's about. Like, it's so fun.
Yeah. All the players, Coach Harbaugh driving in, looked like a Prius, maybe. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Tesla, I think
Might have been
really
Tesla,
nice Prius.
sure.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he just got $1 million for getting us into the playoffs. But
everybody's screaming at him.
Before we get to that, Karen, our good friend Karen, reached out and said that she is planning another post-game, be there for the players and usher them off into the playoffs after this upcoming game. So if you're interested, go find Karen. She's on pretty much every social media, all of them. And it's Karen, Keren, LUVS, loves sports, SPORTS. Go find her, message her. She'll tell you where to go, what to do, and you can go there and bring the boys home.
Man, don't like living in Missouri. I want to go to do something like this, man.
I know.
That sounds like so much fun. And yeah, folks, if you can make it, be there, because you're just going to have a great time. And it's going to really show the players how much we love and appreciate them, because that's not something that was expected. That wasn't something that was just like, well, surely there will be fans there waiting for us after we clinch the playoffs.
Right.
And it's just awesome to see all the people that turned out. And it was just a great feeling. Just Bolt fam, God bless you.
Yeah.
Dude, how about Harbaugh getting $1 million for getting into the playoffs? Imagine what those gifts are going to be like on Wednesday.
Luggage for everybody. You get overhead luggage.
He's bringing the blue collar gifts. Everyone's getting a hammer.
Yeah.
Oh, sledgehammer.
Yeah, everyone gets a sledgehammer, like a real expensive hammer.
A multi-purpose hammer.
Yeah.
Jim Harbaugh getting an extra $1 million. That was included, making it the playoffs. So you think there's more, like every little?
I hope so. Every game he wins in the playoffs, he gets $1 million. That'd be sick.
Nothing speaks louder than money, folks, and that's a quick way to incentivize going further. This guy, I don't think he had any incentives in his contract. Cameron Dicker, the kicker, apparently in this last game, had no idea. Has the most field goals made in franchise history in a single season. You know, just little record.
Just blew past John Carney, one of the greatest Charger kickers of all time. So,
35 field goals in one single season, most in franchise history. Unreal.
Yeah. And you know which one put him over the top? Technically, free kick. Free kick over the top, baby.
And in 16 games, you can't be like, oh yeah, well, he gets to play 17 games. He did it in 16.
Yeah,
it's true.
Hit the record in 16, guys. Do the math.
Yeah,
but that's awesome. Congratulations, Cameron Dicker. Hopefully, Pro Bowl kicker Dicker.
Oh, it
kicker,
should be the case,
as it should be. And this other little tidbit: Derwin James Jr. apparently has the most sacks by a defensive back this season with 5.5. Because defensive backs, they ain't supposed to get sacks.
That's not as common.
Game plan.
It's not as common.
No, I mean, it's tough to do. One, how many opportunities do you get per game to actually get in the backfield? And then you have to capitalize on all of those. So there's no running back in the league that's excited to play the Chargers because they know that Derwin's going to be blitzing eventually. Mm-hmm. And having to pick that guy up on blitz pickup, he's just making these running backs look so silly, just like little boys.
Yeah,
it's so
one in that game was hilarious.
He just
blew him
just
up.
Get out of the way.
It's too much fun.
Yeah, because right now Derwin James 5.5. Next closest one is 4. A. Taylor from the Saints. D. Wilson. I don't even know these guys' first names. D. Wilson, K. Nixon, J. Pinnock, R. Jenkins. Is that Rashawn Jenkins?
That might be. No. Maybe. I don't know where he is.
Either way,
he's been bouncing around to a bunch of different teams, but yes, he's down
2,
there.
And Derwin James has 5.5. Like he's putting up DN numbers.
Yeah. Hopefully Pro Bowl safety Derwin James Jr. as well. Hopefully he gets in there. Let's see. J.K. Dobbins is 158 yards away from his first NFL 1,000-yard rushing season.
He's going to come up just short.
That was so in the bank before he got hurt.
Yeah,
man.
4 weeks out, and he'll be pretty damn close to 1,000 yards.
He's coming back. And I saw this interesting stat today. So apparently during the regular season, you're only allowed to have 8 people return from the IR.
Oh yeah, I saw that too. That's crazy.
And if Alohi is activated now, that will make it 8.
Oh wow! Mm-hmm. And then you get more in the postseason?
Yeah, but 2 more in the playoffs.
When was the last time we put people on IR and they came off IR?
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
Like Herbert, my guy, making them stronger, harder to break.
Absolutely. So we'll see. 158. That's a big ask, and who even knows if he's going to be playing?
He could do it.
We play the Raiders.
He could do it against the Raiders. It could happen.
And then Powder Blue Blood tweeted out with that TD catch. Ladd McConkey breaks the Chargers rookie receiving yard record, 1,054 yards in 15 games with 1 game left, and it's been awesome to watch.
Ladidi,
another record broken in only 15 games.
Yeah,
because he didn't play that Kansas City game. So, records breaking
in a Kansas City game.
Kansas City just keeps getting so lucky against.
Let's just freaking pray we get Kansas City at some point, and we got our guys.
We'll get them week 2 of the playoffs.
And sad news, we saw Elijah Molden leave that game. They replayed it on the big screen, and you saw it was like a non-contact injury. Then he had to get carted off. I mean, non-contact injuries, those are usually ACLs, MCLs, something like that. But apparently it wasn't the case. Guy ended up breaking his fibula.
Yeah, he broke his leg.
Broke his ding-dang leg trying to go out there and play. What heart Elijah Molden has to try to walk out there with a broken leg.
I want
He might.
What 4 weeks from now, 5 weeks from now, maybe in there. You're knock on wood. I don't have any wood near me, but I don't know.
Broken bones usually 4 to 6 weeks. So I don't know, but I just mean like re-sign him. I think great.
Okay. I was thinking short term. You were thinking long term.
I'm thinking like the guy's such a great. It seems like great teammate. He posted this whole thing on social media. How it's the most fun he's had playing football in such a long time, which speaks to Harbaugh and the culture he's created, and also the locker room that we have. Like, you can be playing well, winning games, and still not having that much fun. Like, he can't be like these guys all suck. I don't want to go to work. I don't want to deal with this coach. It's just on me all the time. Or, I don't have guys in the locker room that I connect with. Seems like he had an awesome time, and I don't think it costs a you don't have to kind of back up the truck to be able to keep him. So I'd love to see him stay on board with the Chargers. You have Derwin, you have Alohi already locked up next season. Just add him as an awesome third safety piece, because he's played incredible, like picks on picks. He's just always around the ball.
Yeah. Huge get, Ortiz, picking him up, putting him on the team, just instantly impact.
Make him a priority for sure. I want him back.
Yeah. Dan Popper tweeting out, Jim Harbaugh said Chargers could open up safety Alohi Gilman's 21-day window this week. Gilman has been on IR since week 12 with a hamstring injury. So you go. If we got one more IR to activate.
One out, one in. Bring in the safeties.
That would be awesome if Elijah, I mean, we know Elijah's season's over essentially, so bring Alohi back in, baby. That's necessary.
You think that Jefferson gets a little more play now?
I think so. Even if Alohi comes back, I'm sure with a game week 18 against the Raiders, which we should be able to win. I bet Alohi gets out there, but I think Tony Jefferson's still going to get a big majority of the snap count on Sunday.
Yeah, no, definitely. And Dan Popper also tweeting out that the Steelers play the Bengals Saturday night. Chargers play the Raiders Sunday afternoon at 1:25. So 2 scenarios. If Pittsburgh wins, Chargers can't improve their seeding at all, so Jim Harbaugh could rest starters in the season finale. But if Pittsburgh loses, Chargers can get the 5 seed with a win, so pretty big incentive to play the starters.
You were just listening to an interesting interview that Bill Belichick interviewed Harbaugh like today. Yeah. What was the sentiment on that?
Well, it was basically Harbaugh was like, people keep asking me if we're going to sit people, but there's only so many people I can sit. Like, I can't make everyone inactive. I only got a handful of people I can make inactive, and then I have to fill the team still. So you can sit a couple of guys, but you can't sit the whole starting roster. You're not gonna have enough people there to play. So I think even if you see guys bench, I think it'll only be guys that are dinged up and dealing with something. Even if the Steelers do win on Saturday, you're going to see most of the guys out there, unless it's somebody dealing with a lingering injury and it's like, hey, a week of rest would be really nice for this guy. But you're going to see 95% of the team out there playing. Mm-hmm. It also you keep that momentum, dude. Like, let's keep scoring points. Let's keep winning games. You start playing scared, that's when you get hurt. So I don't see it in Harbaugh to sit guys. Now, you could, I mean, we all saw what happened. Mike Williams in Denver week before the playoffs.
Absolutely.
He breaks his freaking neck and doesn't get to play in the playoffs. So that fear is always there, but you can only sit so many guys. So how do you pick? How do you say this guy's more important and we're going to rest him? You suck it up and go play.
Yeah.
I'd say age, because you see what Khalil Mack did and what Joey Bosa did.
Veteran
they had
status.
a nice long extra week, like a few extra days on that week. They were playing way better this week.
I think if you were to go look at the snap count after Sunday, you'll see a discrepancy from what they normally do, but they're not just going to be on the sideline in shirt and shorts. Like, they're still going to be playing. Just they'll probably limit the load.
Yeah, there's a quote here from Harbaugh in the upcoming game saying, we just take it one day at a time. As Derwin James said, 11 wins sounds better than 10. Plan will be to win. I'm not going to get into, the hypotheticals, just going to take it one day at a time. We'll do what's best for the team.
Amen, brother.
Go. That's what you got to do. If we were locked into a seed, we're not locked into a seed, so we're playing to move up. We'd love to be in the 5th seed. That gives you a chance to have a playoff game at home. So you could even be in the divisional round at home and the championship game at home. That's where things stand for us. Plan is to win. That's been our mindset from the beginning. Win the next game. That's where we're at.
Let's go.
A home playoff game.
Oh God.
A home playoff game in Harbaugh's first year as coach.
As a 5th seed, that'd be amazing.
You just gotta get.
Sorry, the excitement level's too crazy over here.
Things falling down everywhere.
Ding, ding, ding. I was like, it's kind of like a hotel like bell. Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, you have to get Buffalo to lose at home, Baltimore to lose at home, and us to beat Houston at Houston.
Sweet.
Yes.
It's not impossible.
It's not asking for much.
It's not impossible.
Yeah. Stranger things have certainly happened, folks. Like checking out our sponsor this week, Underdog Fantasy. It's the best place to cash in on all your takes this football season. Which players are going off? Which ones are ice cold? Make your entries in just a few taps and turn your sports opinions into real money. Like Red Zone Rush, a game you won't find anywhere else. Just pick whether or not a player will score a touchdown by swiping right for yes, left for no. It's as simple as that. Plus, your entry will be automatically boosted, and you'll get a 51% profit boost when you play, where you could win up to 1,000 times your money just by choosing higher or lower on player stats, like passing yards, interceptions, touchdowns, and much more. Underdog is the best place to play champion, so sign up and deposit now using promo code CCHAT to get up to $1,000 in bonus cash instantly. All right. Did we make some crazy picks this last weekend?
We're good at college.
Yeah, I almost win every college game that I pick.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
That's the best thing.
Stick with that.
Yeah, Underdog Fantasy. It's not just football, folks. It's not even just NFL. You got college in there as well.
Yep.
What is there? Baseball, basketball, hockey.
You got it all. Hockey.
You got hockey. Well, if you got hockey knowledge and you want to make some crazy picks,
capitalize on that.
Might as well make some money off
lower,
of it,
baby.
folks.
Easy as that.
Underdog Fantasy, folks. So download the app today and use code CCHAT to get up to $1,000 in bonus cash instantly. Must be 18 or over 19 in Alabama and Nebraska, over 19 in Colorado for some games, over 21 in Massachusetts and Arizona, and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Void in Colorado. Concern with your play. Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. Arizona, 1-800-NEXT-STEP. That's 1-800-639-8783 or text NEXT STEP to 53342. New York, call the 24/7 Hope line at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY to 467-369. And after you're done making those sweet picks, regardless of what sport you choose, you can head on over to our Patreon, patreon.com/ChargerChat. And as usual, we need to shout out our newest Patreon members. We've got such a streak going right now. I love you guys so much. Our newest Patreon member is Mike Flores.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Thank you, Mike. We really appreciate it. We just had our Zoom hangout with our special 10s. So
that was fun.
That was such a blast because that was post game. That was a gamble.
That could have been some long.
No
faces.
Victory is guaranteed in this league.
Three sitting around chatting. No one might have showed up.
Yeah.
There's never a guaranteed victory, but to hang out with you guys after a victory was just the best.
It's too much fun.
A lot of fun. So definitely check it out, folks. Patreon.com/ChargerChat. But if you don't want to go over there, it's A-OK. You can go on over to our regular website, ChargerChat.com. Check out all the cool stuff we got over there. T-shirts, hoodies, and stickers. You can chat it up with other Charger Chatteteers in the members section and ask questions and Ask Boltfam. So go check out ChargerChat.com. All right, folks. It's time to go on to the next segment. It's playoff clinched Ask Boltfam.
Time to put your money where your mouth is.
Hi, guys.
Go jam a thumb up his butthole. That's what you do.
I wet myself in excitement.
Oh, so hungry.
Your thoughts are totally appreciated.
Catch you later, dude.
I love you, boy.
That's right, folks. Time for Ask Boltfam, and just a friendly reminder. It's called Ask Boltfam. I'm just looking for a question here, folks, but
hey, this
it's
is
the end of the year.
Soapbox edition of Ask Boltfam.
It's a friendly reminder. Just please include a question in any of your Ask Boltfam questions. But it's the end of the year. It's freaking New Year's Eve. We love you guys so much. We're including everybody's post question, all that good stuff. So just a friendly reminder, questions going forward. Let's start this off with Zach Shelton, who asked the question.
I
I love where we started to where we are now. In the offseason, when we got rid of both Keenan Allen and Mike Williams, everybody was questioning about who we going to be the people catching passes from Herbert. Everybody talked about how it's a rookie and a player that had a problem with drops last year. Look at where Ladd and QJ are today. Also, in the offense, J.K. Dobbins had a history of injuries, and people were wondering if we would be able to still perform. He missed some weeks due to injury, but look at what Dobbins has done for this team this year. Then, on the other side of the ball, our defense was bad last year. We had a head coach that was supposed to be a defensive guru who just put out players in bad positions. Look at the difference in DJ and the ascension of Henley. I'm so excited going into the playoffs with this team because a lot of people doubted this team. I'm ready to prove them wrong.
All right, let's come up with a question from what we just heard.
Okay. Who could possibly have it better than us?
Are we excited about going to the playoffs? Yep.
Oh, yeah.
I am.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Zach,
Oh, yeah.
I'm so excited.
We're pumped too, dude. Let's go. No, honestly, like coming from, we were excited for Harbaugh, but we were like, what's this roster going to be to where we are now? It worked. It worked out. It worked out beautifully.
And it takes somebody like Harbaugh to have the nuts to go out and do stuff like this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Staley never in a million years. He'd have been like, let's just take the cap hit.
Pay them all.
Yeah, I'll find some other way to make it happen with the rest of the roster. I'm not going to be a guy that gets rid of Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, Austin Eckler. And then if I'm not successful, I'm going to look like a complete idiot.
Yeah.
So Joe Ortiz and Harbaugh just had enough conviction to be like, no, we're going to make this happen. I'm a good enough coach. You're a good enough GM. Let's manufacture something, find a way to save that money, and let's get going. And you can't say they didn't do it right.
No. It's a testament to Harbaugh and the people that he's surrounding himself with. These are all people that want to work for him, people that are knowledgeable enough to find the talent and coach them up right. Like players and coaches that want to work for this guy. They want to do that. Like it's not, what do we got to do to get you in here? What kind of, how many bills is this going to cost to get you in here? These are all awesome people that have made great decisions, and look where it's gotten us. So we love it. Zach, thank you, buddy, for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Jacobo, who asked the question. Year 1, Herbert had his coming out party and was going to ball out regardless of who the head coach was. Year 2 and 3, Herbert didn't go through a sophomore slump and carried the team on his back despite Brandon Staley's horrible coaching. Year 4, Herbert was great, but injuries, OC change, Brandon frickin' Staley, and simply just chargering following the Jacksonville playoff loss lingered, giving Justin technically his worst year thus far. Year 5, a Merry Jimmas miracle happened early, and the Chargers made an amazing hire for head coach. But on top of that, Harbaugh also listened to Herbert and got his guy to come back, Shane Day. Shane was there during year 2 and 3 where Herbert played out of this world. Then he got fired, and Herbert and company struggled. Shane went to Houston, and they looked pretty darn good last year. He then leaves Houston, and now C.J. Stroud is struggling. Shane Day comes back to L.A., and now Herbert is playing like a top 10 QB. Just a coincidence? I think not. A ton of other factors probably played a role, and maybe it is a coincidence, but it's a breath of fresh air having a head coach that listens to his players. Harbaugh could have easily, and for good reason, hired his people to coach up Herbert, but he instead decided to keep his star QB happy. And look how Herbert looks now. Like a top 10 QB. Help me out, Kevin. Herbert is 80% tough, 15% hair, 2.5% duck, 1%. Wait, how much is that? Ah, shit, I lost my count. K, love you, bye, and Merry Jimmas.
I think we still have 1.5% to allocate to some attribute. I'll go smile. Because he didn't have a lot of smiling until recently. So that's 1.5% is this beautiful smile.
That's true. We do
the
see a lot
swagger's
more
up
smiles.
a few percent. Swag.
Yeah, let's give half percentage to smile.
The swag.
Full point to swag.
Yeah.
The swagger for sure. And hey, give it up for Shane Day, man.
Yeah,
coming back.
No, I honestly kind of forgot about that dynamic where he was, in Houston last year, and that was TJ
Stroud was incredible, and now he just looks mediocre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is that him? Maybe. Is it not? Maybe also. But I like this. This is right up my kind of tinfoil energy.
Yeah, big time. Adam Mundorf is listening.
Yeah.
He absolutely is.
Come on,
He's
money.
He's
Monday.
connecting dots. But I love that for Shane Day and for Herbert. Herbert wanted Shane Day back. Guess what? You got him.
Got him.
Look where we are.
Playoffs.
Playoffs. Jacobo. Thank you, buddy.
Playoffs. Yeah, playoffs.
Let's move it on now to Daryl 21. Who asked the question? My peeps! Oh, how the heck are ya? First and foremost, bum me out. I couldn't make it to come meet you, Kevin, and Uncle Kyle on Saturday. But here's hoping you're back at OG sometime again soon or sometime next season. Hoo-ha! Now, we all know the Faders are in deep shit this weekend. So now we're all kind of hoping for the 5th seed if Pittsburgh can choke. But honestly, do we give a flying crap who we play? Hoo-ha! For the first time in years, we finally have a coach that knows what he's doing and a team that can take on anybody. Just put them out on a field with us and we'll Rochambeau them right in the jewels. Hoo-ha! I don't have a question this week. I just wanted to say hi, screw the Faders, and looking forward to Tuesday. P.S. For next week, I believe there's a young lady named Missy that wants to say hi to you guys. She's coming, just like our Bolts, FTR, FTB, and FTC. Can't love you, bye. Hoo-ha.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't care who we play.
Nope. Honestly, I think Taylor Heineke is better than all the quarterbacks on the Raiders.
Yeah,
This upcoming
for
year.
sure.
So
100%.
even if you have to play if Heineke gets to start, I still feel confident we can still win that game.
Who is their quarterback? Is it?
Aiden O'Connell.
Aiden O'Connell.
Oh, it is
back,
Aiden?
yeah.
Oh, he's back.
He's
He's
back.
back.
Look out.
Back and furious. But I don't know. I care who we play in the playoffs.
I want to play the Texans.
I want to play the Texans.
Yeah, they just, I mean, the Bills look really, really good. The Ravens look
Are
really,
annoying.
really good.
Yeah.
They're just really good. And the Texans are definitely in a different, they're in that next tier of teams. And it would be nice to get in there, get a playoff win, kind of get our feet wet, and then deal with the Chiefs in the second round. And I think we could beat the Chiefs without a doubt. Now, can we beat the Bills and the Ravens? Yeah. If we're playing our A game and we go out there and don't make mistakes, we can beat anybody. But going into Buffalo or
We're
Baltimore,
playing the dome or outside when
January?
you're freezing your tits off.
yeah, it's a big, big, big difference.
Yeah, stadium-wise, Houston would absolutely be the way to go. And in other cases, team-wise as well. That would be, I think, the better team to play. But regardless of what happens,
I'm just happy to be here.
I'm just happy to be here.
I'm happy to be fined. I'm here and happy to be fined. They're
That's
telling me
right.
where to pay.
There you go. Daryl 21. Thank you, buddy. Let's move on now to Devin Radigan, who asked the question. It just, my wife and I were at the game, row 2, behind the Bolts, sideline. Amazing. At halftime, we met Lad's Aunt Jody. She was sitting a few rows behind us. Later on, she asked for my hat because she didn't like her hair that day. So if I gave it to her, she would have it signed by Lad. I didn't think twice. I gave her my hat, and when Lad gave her that ball, that was my hat on her head. Here's a few pics to tell the story.
Oh, this
right.
is awesome.
This is awesome.
He emailed me and sent me this. And I was like, okay, this rules.
Yeah, no, this is pretty awesome. So if you guys watched the game, you saw after Lad got that second touchdown, he went off to the sidelines, gave the ball to his aunt. Apparently that was not the hat that she entered the stadium with.
No.
That was Devin's, and he sent us some pictures. So let's share that here real quick. So there you go. Devin's in the middle there with his
With the
chain,
hat.
obviously the hat on. And that's
Yeah, I see
Aunt
the
Jody
hat.
there
Yeah.
on the
Hi,
to his
Jody.
right, our
Is it
left.
McConkey or is that? Oh, no, maybe not.
I don't know if
There's no
she's
way
part of the
of
McConkey crew.
Maiden
but,
Maiden McConkey.
yeah,
Maiden name.
wed into the
Yeah.
McConkey greatness.
Yeah. One or the
There's
other.
another pic here. This is him now giving her
Hatless.
That's awesome.
hatless, clearly, at the game, giving it
Looks
to
so
Aunt
happy
Jody.
about giving up his hat. This is great.
Yeah. Well, as soon as he knew that it was going to get signed, he's like, well, now I gotta.
Oh,
I
yeah,
gotta
big time,
hand
big
it
time.
over. And sure enough, we've got the sign proof, Lad McConkey signed hat.
Come on.
See, doing a
So
good
sick.
deed, taking care of some lady that really needs a nice fitting hat.
Yeah.
Look what can come to you.
But do you think he would have done it if it wasn't Lad
He
McConkey's
seem-
aunt?
Devin seems like a nice guy.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
probably
Well,
would've
considering
given him a nice
all of these guys are wearing McConkey jerseys, they would have been like,
I didn't even realize the 15s across the board. That's awesome.
15s all over the place. So there was the instant connection there. But that is sweet. That is so cool to see.
That's awesome.
Signed hat.
Yeah,
and for the
killer,
record,
dude.
Aunt Jody, hair looks great.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, fantastic.
You're crazy.
Great hair day.
Well, there you go, Devin. Thank you, buddy.
Thanks, bro.
For sharing that. That was awesome. Let's move it on now to a familiar face, Andrew Ramsey, who asked the question.
My earlier question back before the season started was, which is most likely to happen? Ladd with 987 yards and 10 TDs, or QJ 700 yards, 5 TDs, and a 4.5% drop rate? Today, we sit at Ladd 1,054 yards and 7 TDs, and QJ 525 yards, 8 TDs, and a 5.2% drop rate. What's the question? Ladidi and Didi 1 and 2 for the rest of the season, with Palmer as the bailout number 3 guy and Stone Smart as tight end 1 with Jamari over Pipkins is the ingredients we need for a Super Bowl run. And 2, I feel like being 100% shamelessly positive for me is like Derek trying to hug his younger brother Brennan at the end of Step Brothers. It's progress. Our future selves are in a hot tub now, smoking some cigars on the roof of Jim Harbaugh's RV. K, love you, bye.
Was it really necessary to put the drop rate percentage in there?
It was obviously a big concern for Mr. Ramsey.
It was a concern. I've just been battling with my dad over QJ for the last like 2 days, and I'm just sitting around, and he'll just like somebody will drop something, and then he'll make a reference to QJ. I'm like, stop!
Yeah,
hurt my feelings.
Come on, Dave.
My mom.
You
drops
beat me
the
in
plate.
fantasy. Stop beating your own
in
son.
the kitchen, and it's like, QJ would have done the same thing, babe.
Yep.
Don't worry about it.
You can do better, babe.
Leave him alone.
Be lad.
Leave QJ alone.
But you are very shamelessly positive here. I want to give you the props,
There's
Andrew.
potential for both of these stats to hit on Sunday. What do we need? We need QJ needs 175 yards,
Possible.
It's
but no
possible.
touchdowns, and Ladd needs 3 touchdowns.
Possible.
Yeah,
So one of those two could hit.
they could.
I think the likelihood is probably a Lad. I think the touchdown
3 touchdowns?
might be easier than the
175 yards.
175
With no drops.
That's a big game.
Yeah.
And he has to have no drops.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no drops.
We'll see. Anything is possible. But I mean, as far as the question, I mean, all that lineup, I mean, I love the fact that Darius Davis is now being included as part of the backfield or the wide receiver room, because that was something I thought that was interesting that we didn't necessarily utilize as we did in previous years, was like DeAndre Carter was in the mix, and we would see him, especially in the end zone, making some crazy catches in the end zone. So it's awesome to see Darius getting mixed in like that. And Jamari had a great game too. Easy.
I'm easy. Easy.
Don't be Dave.
I hope they continue with what they did last week. And granted, maybe not the best defensive line. We're going to go up against some good ones. But I like that. It just felt better. He had more time. We were not getting destroyed up the middle. They weren't, it felt better. Sorry.
Yeah, and it's not as if the Patriots didn't know where to attack.
They
So
were
still
attacking the same
trying
spots,
to attack, and it's it was definitely, he had way more time up in his face not to have pressure right away and trying to bail out. So, yeah, I mean, obviously that's not the most star-studded like lineup with your second round pick being your leading receiver. Darius Davis, who's a punt returner, being here too. Stone Smart, a guy that played college quarterback and not really much significant time in the NFL. I mean, it's not like, holy crap, you guys see this lineup?
This feels like the Sandlot.
Yeah.
This feels
That's
like
100% the
Squints.
Sandlot.
These are the
It feels
bad
like
news
Ham.
bears. Yeah.
It feels like, you bob for apples in the toilet and you like it.
And after the Super Bowl, they're all going to take some backy and they're going to go on carnival rides.
They're
And
going to puke everywhere.
Yeah.
Been saving this for a good time. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they've even got funny names. You got Ladidi, you got Didi. So that's like the two brothers, right? Like the twin brothers, Ladidi and Didi.
Yeah.
You got Stone. You got Jamari. Come on. It's there.
Jamari is definitely Ham.
Jamari's Ham. Yeah.
Ham. Ham.
Benny.
Strike three,
Justin
you're out.
Herbert's Benny.
Yeah, Justin Herbert's Benny.
That is
Or
Benny.
Darius Davis is Benny because he's
Darius
the Jet.
Davis, Benny the Jet, but I think you got Justin Herbert's Benny.
And Stone Smart, Squints.
Stone Smart is giving me. What vibes is he giving me? Not Squints. Squints is like the fun, lovable.
Maybe Scott Smalls because he's not supposed to be there.
Yeah, that's true. He's like Smalls.
Yeah.
He got coached up.
He's just learning. He's a new tight end. He's just learning.
Benny coached him up, put him in the right places.
Exactly.
Just put your hand right here, and I'll make it happen,
dude.
Yeah, I
might do a whole episode just comparing our players to Sandlot.
Yeah, who's Hey?
Who's Hey?
He's like that good guy that's consistent but kind of annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Who is it? Who's yeah?
Better question.
Yeah, hey.
Who's Windy Peppercorn?
That's true.
Even better question. And who's the stepdad?
That's Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah. We don't want to let him down. We lost his ball. We don't want to let him down.
Yeah.
I love it. Like you caught yourself in a trick question. Like, well, it's Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah.
All right.
You figured it out.
We got there. Yeah. Andrew Ramsey. I don't know if that's the answer you wanted, but it's the answer you got, buddy. Thank you, buddy. Let's move it on down to Mr. Pekar.
Our first question, and we don't answer it.
I guess
talk about Sandlot. You know what movie's great? Sandlot.
Disregard our
don't
disclaimer.
Worry about not asking a question.
Don't ask questions. We don't answer them, so I get it.
Yeah.
All right. Andrew, thank you, buddy. Let's move it on down to Mr. Pekar, who asked the question. Well, howdy, folks. Last week's hello, all you beautiful buttheads. I have some questions for you. Do you like football? Do you like the LA Chargers? Do you like gut-busting laughter that'll make the strongest of sphincters let out a fart? Good. You're in the right place. Charger Chat is the best Charger podcast that'll make your heart happy. Now, my dudes, it's time to help them out. Help them help you receive the best content around. How do I do this, you may ask? Well, it's simple. Join their Special 10 group at patreon.com/ChargerChat. Our Chargers got to the playoffs. Now let's help the CC boys get to the playoff game. It's $10 a month for gut-busting laughter, extra exclusive content, and a look at the inside of all things Charger Chat. But most importantly, the hangout. So much positivity, so much love, and even more important, the best of friendships are to be made here. So help them help you receive better content. Let's turn that off. Like I was saying, last week you spoke of halftime vending sessions. I had the opposite on Saturday. At the beginning of the fourth quarter, I called our very own Mr. Ramsey to have a playoff victory clinching session. So much shouting, so much joy, Mr. North Carolina, Mr. Pekar, and SoCal brought to you by Charger Chat. So thank you. Now I have a question for you, and no repeats allowed. What is the greatest thing that has come to you guys over the last 5 years of epic CC podcasting? BTFU, FTR, Super Mighty Bolts, Playoffs, baby, CC Fantasy Football Champion 2024, K. Love you, bye.
That deserves a round of applause. We weren't going to announce the winners until next episode, but we have a winner here. It's Mr. Pekar.
Mr. Pekar in the Lightning League, Edwin in the Thunder League.
Domination.
Very impressive.
My God.
Edwin's no joke.
That commercial, where'd that come from? We just tuned into a weird station or something?
I don't know.
That was pretty cool.
I think we just,
If you didn't hear the whole thing, you could rewind and listen again.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Some good tips in there.
Yeah, good tips.
Some good tips. Tips and tricks. All right. But the question, no repeats. What is the greatest thing that has come to you guys over the last 5 years of epic Charger Chat podcasting?
Who wants to go first?
I want to say the sentimental thing, like hanging out with you guys every week, because like I don't get, before we started this podcast, I didn't see Kyle every week and talk to him every week. I didn't see Adam every week and talk to him every week. So I think that's it. But selfishly, talking to Antonio Gates and interviewing him was the craziest experience of my life.
Dude.
Yeah. So, and then everyone else, like talking to Darren Sproles, that was like crazy.
Talking to the kicker
interviews.
that just set the single season record.
Yeah.
It's just
kind of talk to so many cool guys.
Yeah, you got to go to SoFi. You got to ask questions at the podium.
I got to go to the training center that is no longer.
No, hold on. I got one. When we announced that we were our new head coach and we were in their video, we were in their special video, that was like, oh my God, this is, and we're like the thumbnail for it.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's pretty cool.
Whoa.
So I just gave you like 5.
That was good. That's just what you do. That's good though. Yeah.
Thanks for the no repeats.
Yeah. Good luck. What else you got?
Trying to think of to add on top of that. I mean, just the fact that the Chargers, the organization itself, listens to us and includes us. Like even like just putting like my voice on the when they were talking about the frickin' pizza oven for crying out loud.
Yeah,
Wolfgang
cool.
Puck. And just to be like, wait a minute,
that took digging.
me.
That wasn't that they had to listen to the episode to hear that.
Yeah, they had to have it like readily available. So it's crazy to me that you guys are listening, and we are very thankful to the Chargers organization for just listening to us and including us into all of that. That means so much. That's just like, holy cow, like we matter.
Yeah.
We need something.
Yeah, for sure. I think this was just recently, and obviously all the things that Kevin said, I think getting to hang out with Kevin and Adam every single week, sometimes it's like so hard with everything in life with the kids and marriage and work and all this stuff. It's like, I don't know if I have enough energy to do this, but having something that's consistent where I get to see you guys is awesome. But just recently when we met that Army Ranger at the tailgate and he gave us a patch, and it was just like such a cool thing that I think our Bolt fam is everyone teases us for not being the biggest fan group. But it like being a part of the Die Hard Bolt Club, we're the official podcast of the Die Hard Bolt Club, is such an incredible honor, and getting to see all you guys at tailgates. I don't know. That's just I'm not a super outgoing, extroverted person in real life. So since I can just do it here and then I get to reap the benefits of that all when I go to games and stuff, that's been really, really fun.
Yeah, just getting all the fans together, just being something that we can all kind of come together and just embrace everything Chargers related, seeing all of the creative fans as well. You got like Peaky Bolts, you've got Yeti or Not making like all the little Herbies and the little versions of all the other players that she's got. Like, seeing other Charger fans be creative, making videos, just having fun. It's so cool to see, and just to be there, like at the ground floor of it, like all kind of coming up to be there when it happened, is really just something super special. So, hope that answers.
And the Patreon too. I can't leave them out. This is Pegard set this up to love that's been such a unique experience of like, I don't know how to explain it. The group text and like that has just been so freaking fun. So, great. Yeah, people.
We didn't think anybody would want to come to Patreon. It was just like, you
guys told me what it was. I was like, well, that's going to be a waste of time. No.
Yeah. Why are we even bothering? It might be like our parents and our wives, and that's it. But the fact that you guys support us so much on Patreon is the words can't describe. Like, that's just an amazing thing it means the world. So thank you guys. Thank you, Mr. Pekar, for asking the question.
Thanks, bro.
Let's move on out to Deb, #1 Chargers fan, who asked the question. I read someone else broke the fibula and played the playoffs. Any chance that happens for Molden?
That might have been like a lineman maybe or something, but like what you need to be able to move the way those safeties need to move, I don't think you're going to get him back.
I mean, bones heal quick and they're stronger when they heal, but
it
doesn't feel like it's going to be a thing that's, I don't know, maybe. Let's be shamelessly positive.
Yeah, never say never.
Back.
I'm going off his Instagram post though, where he was just very kind of downtrodden and like, it's been real, I'll be back next year. Or like, I'm just going to have to go off of that. But he's been unbelievable this whole season.
Yeah. I'm sure it depends on the severity of the break. Because it's a break. It's not like a fracture or a strain. It's a break. So I don't know. It would be awesome to see, and we'll never say never. But we'll have to just wait and see, Deb. But
Super
awesome
Bowl.
question. Yeah. Thank you for asking it. Let's move on now to Kirk Massey, who asked the question.
Well, fellas, 2 weeks in a row. I'm not sure how to handle this. We have a coach who makes the right calls at the right times and gets the little things right. Those field goals at the end of the halves in the last 2 games were huge. Playing a complete game in Foxborough and beating the bad teams is not something we are used to. Having a defensive quarter make in-game adjustments has not been since Riverboat Ron Rivera. My question is, who do you want to play in the playoffs? For me, I hope we can get the Doughboy Chiefs at Narrowhead.
I want the path of least resistance right now, which is like indoors, not in freezing weather against the Texans, and then go play the Chiefs. That's what I want.
Yeah, this feels like a Super Bowl documentary, getting the Texans the Chiefs knocking them off, the Ravens in the AFC Championship.
Oh.
That feels like the ultimate like revenge tour.
Yeah.
Of getting the Chiefs, who beat us twice, have been in a royal pain in the butt for the last 5-6 years. And then you get the Ravens, Harbaugh, part 2.
Yeah.
Dude,
The
yeah,
highest
same
they could
year.
possibly play each other too, because they're AFC coaches now.
Yeah, so you get that matchup in the AFC Championship, and then whoever Super Bowl. I can't say that.
Yeah, too soon.
It's too crazy to even say those words, but yeah. That would be awesome. That would be my ideal path.
I agree. I think that's the perfect storybook for us to ask for, and we'll see if we end up getting that. Kirk Massey, thank you, buddy, for asking the question. Let's move on now to Jeremy, who asked the question. Jag Shabash, my name is Borat. Chargers, very nice. High five. Great success for Los Angeles Chargers with big playoff killing victory against the New England Patriots. Tell me how you feel about the hero games, Lad McConkey, or as I say, Ladidi McConkey. He makes the big plays, very powerful. Also, Cameron Dickman, the Kickman, his leg is like a gift from Kazakhstan gold. It's strong and reliable. Do you think his glorious team cannot take the 5th seed and make the playoff dreams come true? I watched the game with my great friend, Tony Francis. A very nice, a very special time. We sit together, makes a last, and cheers for Chargers like true champions. It was like a glorious Kazakh celebration, but with football and less goat milk. High five for Tony Francis.
Oh, Jeremy. Jeremy did our logo for the Kickman. Kickman.
Oh.
It's still up on our website.
Yeah,
by the
you
way.
can still get that t-shirt.
Yeah.
You can still get it.
Yeah, it's still there if you want to go get Dickman.
You want to go get a Kickman t-shirt?
Kickman, Dickman.
You should.
is
You know
very
what? In
nice.
honor of him breaking the Chargers single season record,
Yeah.
go over and get yourself a Kickman
Get
shirt.
a no elevators hat
Yep.
and a Dickman shirt.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Do it.
But as far as the likelihood of the 5th seed, dude, I'll say it. I mean,
I'm
especially
excited
after
for
that
Saturday
Bengals
football.
game, dude. The Bengals playing the Denver. What a freaking nut game that was, huh?
Yeah. No
Defense,
one wanted
their
to win.
defense sucks still, but their offense is really good.
Really good. Yeah, give me
Yeah.
T. Higgins after watching that game.
All
Holy
the T.
crap.
Higgins,
Give
yeah.
me
Yeah.
T. Higgins.
Yeah.
I'll take one T. Higgins, please.
Yeah.
Dude, I need to shout this out.
Yeah.
I sent it to you guys just before we started recording. I was on Twitter or X and I was just scrolling. I came across this tweet from a Bengals fan that said, like Chargers, Steelers, Texans have no business being in the playoffs. And then so and so and so and so, like the teams that are in the hunt, like Dolphins, they have no business. Just let us in. And it was a Bengals fan. And then it was MJ.
Yeah, I love MJ.
replied to it and he said, what did he say? Kiss my ass?
No, he said eat a dick. It was eat a dick, and
And it was our final score against the Bengals.
Yeah, it was pretty great.
It was so good.
It was simple, efficient.
Just like, buddy, you had your shot.
Yeah.
If you would have beat us, you would have been in the playoffs.
I need to look this up.
But you
Hold on.
lost.
Hold on. I need to see this one more time.
Yeah.
I need to tell you exactly what it said because
It was really
funny.
it was very clever.
Yeah,
it was
very
just
clever.
like you don't have to talk crap back.
it's
you
even
just
better.
post the score.
It's even better. Eat shit. Eat shit.
Just
Period. With a period.
And then the final score.
34-27. Eat shit.
Yeah.
I'm reposting it right now.
So funny.
I'm reposting it right now.
Yeah. Done.
But yeah, I mean, I'm trying to look because I can't remember because the Bengals played the Steelers. Steelers won. Okay, they played them in December.
It's hard to beat the
Steelers
same
won
team twice.
44-38.
44. I don't see the Steelers.
The Steelers
putting
have been
up
struggling
30
the last couple of
points.
weeks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that when they had the first quarterback? How early in the season was
No, that was Russ.
This was
That
near the
like
end.
one
This
of
was
Russ's first
December.
games.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So they're playing like back-to-back games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, could happen.
Yeah.
The
I mean,
beauty is we'll know Saturday night
I
before
know.
we have to
That
make our
is-
decisions on who's playing on Sunday.
yeah, that is the beauty. And I think it's certainly possible there, Jeremy, buddy. Glad you had some fun with Tony Francis there too. We like him here.
Yeah.
At the
Big
Chargers
fan of
set.
Tony Francis.
Big fan of Tony Francis. So thank you, buddy, for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Gavin Gibson, who asked the question. Playoff bound, baby. It's been a great weekend. Chargers make the playoffs, and Bosco and Ignatius are off monitors and are getting ready to come home. Should be home in a week or two. My question is, how likely do you think the Chargers get the 5th seed? And do you think Harbaugh rests starters against the Raiders if we're firmly in the 6th seed? Or do you think he goes out to destroy the Raiders? As always, bolt up. K, love you, bye.
Congrats on
Dude,
Dad.
baby's
so
coming
happy.
home.
Baby's coming
Yeah.
home. That's awesome, man.
Let's freaking go.
So
Happy to
happy.
hear that
Perfect
from
timing.
Bosco.
Bring them home when we need them the most. There are good luck charms.
Yeah, they are.
We've been
Yeah.
kicking butt since they've been here. So
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Let's bring on the whole Gibson family together.
Yeah.
It's like the Power Rangers when they just like they make the big whatever the hell it was. They all come
Yeah.
together. Bosco and Ignatius are the arms.
Yeah.
Gavin's the head. Mama's the rest.
That's awesome. We need some
Go,
AI
go,
generation
Gibson
of that.
Rangers.
Bing,
All right.
bing, 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 bing.
But yes, the likelihood of the Chargers getting 5th seed, certainly possible. As we mentioned earlier, but Harbaugh resting the starters. I mean, it's just who do you pick as
think
the starters? And what
Justin
message
doesn't
does
play.
that send?
I don't think Justin plays. There's a real thing to it, man. If there's not
sure.
if there's no reason to play the game, you start anybody with an ailment. You bench anybody with an ailment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
for
and
sure.
any old guys. So I think Justin doesn't play. There's
Denzel
no
won't
reason
play.
Denzel won't play.
Khalil get some rest.
Pitch count for Derwin, pitch count for Khalil Mack and
Yeah.
these guys, or they don't play at all.
But there's not really we're kind of a young team. Like you look at the offensive side of the ball, JK probably gets not a lot of snaps.
The offensive line plays no matter what.
Yeah, no matter what.
You're
There's
not.
no-
That's just they're gonna play no matter
There's
what.
not enough backups.
No, D line's gonna play no matter what.
Yeah.
There's certain positions that you have to play.
Yeah, like you'll see Nick Neiman in at linebacker a little bit, and
Yeah.
you'll see Tony Jefferson play a lot. But yeah, I mean, for the most, I think you're going to get the majority. No matter what happens, you're going to get the majority of the team. But if you already know the Steelers went down on Saturday, you're getting full force. We're coming after
You're
you,
getting
Richards.
meat and potatoes.
And even if the Steelers don't win, I think, or if the Steelers do win, I think there's a real part of Jim Harbaugh that's a competitor, and he knows the Raiders-Chargers rivalry. He's been in it. He's played in it. I think there's a part of him that's still going to coach the crap out of this team to embarrass
even
the
if
Raiders.
backups, he's gonna go hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we will see. We'll know Saturday and we'll see on Sunday, Gavin. But again, great news, buddy. So happy to hear that. And thank you for asking the question. Moving on now to Kyle Tucker, who asked the question. Losing next week might be okay. Okay, resist picking up the pitchforks and let me explain, yeah? We have an opportunity to do the most hilarious thing next week. If we lose, the Raiders would drop to the 11th pick in the draft and basically end any chance of getting their QB. Ultimately, I say kicks their ass and sweeps them to try to get the 5th seed, but I'm just saying there's a hilarious silver lining if we lose.
It's a fun silver lining. It's a fun silver lining. But then you have to deal with those idiot Raider fans who really don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Just having more fuel. Like I could go with an entire offseason of us having shut them out. That's really what I want. Because I'm tired of them hopping on our YouTube comments.
Yeah.
I'm tired of these assholes. They've been very quiet lately, and I want to keep it
nice.
that way.
Yeah.
5th seed.
Nice.
It's been really nice. Clowns.
Yeah, I'm all for a good joke. I'm all for a good laugh, but
Yeah.
not at the expense of that.
A full 6 months, 5 months, whatever.
And
it
the
is
last
before we're
time,
back.
we played in Vegas, things did not go well on the field.
Yeah.
I would love to beat them with in the fourth quarter. We're playing the backup of backups.
Yeah.
Just beat them that way.
Easton sticks in the game.
Easton
Dude,
sticks.
bring
emergency.
Easton Stick in.
Yeah.
Have it close it out. Victory formation. Easton
Let him
Stick.
finish off. Get that taste out of his mouth before we send him off into the sunset.
I would love that. So, hey, you're thinking, Kyle, we like it. It would be pretty funny to see the Raiders
For a
lose
few
their
minutes.
draft
It's a
pick.
silver lining
It would
if
be
the
funny.
worst case
Yeah.
scenario happens. Yeah.
But we want to win for sure, Kyle. But thank you, buddy, for asking the question. Let's move on now to Athair Kadir,
There.
who asked the question. Judge and Chad, baby, I have a couple of things to say, baby. First, I'm not afraid of anyone in the playoffs, baby. Bring them all on, bitches. Second, I want the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game instead of the Bills, baby. I'm not saying we can't beat the Bills. We'll just be a little harder because they're hungry and been close before, baby. Now to my question. Give me a top 3 priority offseason signings or trade, baby. I'll go first. Interior O-line. Trade for Wilson. Sign the top cornerback. We start Coach Kyle this time. I want Kevin to give me an answer. Last, my life, my love, my heart. Wool dog, baby. You better give an answer. You cannot agree with Coach. Coach's list. You have to come up with your own, baby. And you too, Kevin. K-Love your boy, baby.
Okay, the hard part about these don't copy is the only people I talk to about Chargers football is you two guys.
Yeah.
So we all just cross over all of our thoughts constantly. So I'll just give you one guy that I really want to see. We can all just kind of go around, either give one position or one guy. All right. But man, T. Higgins, I think of like a world-class top tier wide receiver, and he's a free agent. You don't have to give anything up. You don't have to trade, like trying to go get Wilson. It's just, he's right there. You just pay him his monies and you get him on a longer term deal. Him and Justin get to start to build some kind of a bond. You have Ladidi. Like you feel so much more confident about that wide receiver room. And T. Higgins doesn't seem to be an issue. It seems like he's kind of the quieter guy. Jamar Chase is the one whining, wearing all the chains out there in media. T. Higgins just gets about business. He seems like a Charger culture type guy. So yeah, I'm all in on the T. Higgins hype train this offseason, trying to get him to be a Charger.
Big time.
Like it.
Big time.
I'll give you 2. I'll give you one in-house, one out of house.
Okay.
In-house, Dobbins right now.
Yeah.
Get him signed up for what he needs. He's not going to be hitting the top end of the market for running backs. Bring him in immediately. 2, we've talked about in the past, like what's that one mysterious guy you would love to bring in just to change everything and make it easier on Justin in so many ways? It's Tyreek Hill. Like he's a problem, but I think this coaching
he's a real problem.
The coaching staff should be able to rein that shit in. And imagine somebody with that on the field.
Do you know what a worst case scenario is? He goes back to the Chiefs. I think that's a good way to decide if you want a player. Is would you be pissed off if he went to the Chiefs?
Yeah, I would.
Sure.
Yeah, I would be very pissed off.
Yeah,
I'd be very upset.
You have to trade for him. It's not going to be an easy deal, but okay.
In a perfect world.
And it's so funny to see all these Dolphins fans now like, yeah, Justin Herbert's
better guy. Yeah.
Some of them will never say it, but it's obvious now.
Yeah. As far, I mean, I don't have any specific names per se. I mean, interior O-line, obviously that needs to get beefed up in a big bad way, whether that's the draft, whether that's free agency, doesn't matter. Wide receiver room, I think they're going to find, more targets in the offseason, whether that's Higgins, whether that's Hill, whether that's draft. Absolutely. I can foresee that happening. And a top cornerback, I don't know if you necessarily need a top cornerback.
Dude, you got
when you see the production of Cam Hart and Tarheeb Still, like you've got, I think, guys that are able to find the right talent at the right spots.
They haven't peaked either. Those are still young guys getting better.
Yeah. Those guys are only going to get better. So, I don't know if top cornerback is necessarily a need. I'm trying to think of like other big needs that like are screaming to me. Like I don't think one need might be edge rusher. I know Thule's going to be sticking around, but Joey and Khalil, I think were those both 1 year, or was one of them 2 years?
You have to bring one of them back.
But Dupree for 1 more year too. He signed a 2-year deal.
Yeah, so I don't know
those guys back.
If you need somebody to replace one of those guys. We'll see. I know that they're going to cook up. Chef Ortiz is going to cook you up something nice. I think it's going to be really good.
How far, if they get a taste of winning in the playoffs, how far they get into the playoffs, if they go all the way, like what that'll change the dynamic of some of these older guys and what they decide to do. Absolutely.
So Athira Kadir, don't know if it's the answer you wanted, but hey, that's what you get, baby.
Still wasn't
the Charger Chat. Yeah. At least we didn't repeat ourselves. Yeah. So we got that going for us, Athira. Thank you, buddy, for asking the question. And we go out of Ask Boltfam with Tony Francis, who asked the question. Shut! Listen up, cadets. Repeat after me. We are going to the playoffs. I said we are going to the playoffs. What a f***ing game, soldiers. Played a complete game with 2 separate halves of complete football, offense, defense, special teams, coaching. Let's f***ing go. My first question is directed at you, Coach. What was the only thing that you noticed the Chargers did well and one thing that would be improved upon for the playoffs? My next question is directed at you, Kev. With the Steelers loss and the Chargers win, we can obtain the number 5 seed. What is one thing you could personally do this week to make that happen for us? I heard Coach mention on last week's pod that us fans have zero control of the game, but we both know that's complete bullshit. If you wear the wrong color pants, you can be costing your team the game, cadet. We have to do our part. Make the right choices during the week and pull it down. My last question is directed at you, Wool Dog. Well, it's not really a question, but more of a suggestion. Buy bigger pants so they are much easier to pull down around the ankles. Get ready to scream, suck my fucking butt. I think I finally figured out what Jim Harbaugh is referring to by saying we need to pull it down. It's our pants, cadets. Pull those fucking pants down by the ankles and scream, who's got it better than us? Fuck the Raiders, burn the kingdom, kick the donkeys, and suck my butt. Bigger pants. I didn't think I would need those, but you make a strong argument there, Tony.
I haven't pantsed anyone in a long time. I will be watching the game this weekend. Adam.
Yeah.
Just a thought.
Pants his ass.
Watch out, Adam.
Watch out, live stream. We might see some pants around the ankles. We might get another strike on YouTube, but it'll be worth it.
Only time will tell.
All right, let's go back to the top here. Coach, what's one thing you know Chargers did well and one thing that they can improve upon in the playoffs?
Yeah, I think defensively, we've just not given up points. We're the number 1 scoring defense in the NFL.
I know we got that title back, I think.
Yeah, we got it back. Yep.
Yeah.
And so that's something we've done consistently well all season. It's just not allowing them to get in the end zone. Whether it's they get some yards, but you stop them at midfield, or it's they get in the red zone, you hold them to field goals. We've done that really, really well all season. And that just has to, that travels. Good defense travels in the NFL, especially in the postseason. And the other thing is the running game. You saw J.K. Dobbins back this week. Like, when he can run the ball, we can get yards on the ground. It changes everything. The play action gets so much better. The ability to bring those defenders up just one step so we can get behind them. It's such a big deal. So that defense continue to keep them out of the end zone, and then us being able to run the ball. It's simple. It's obviously every team's trying to do that. But it's something one thing we got to keep doing, one thing we got to get better at.
Just for the update, just for those doing the math at home, Chargers have only allowed 281 points this year, 17.6 points per game.
It's crazy.
Number 1.
And they haven't given up over 20 in an away game.
Oh, really?
Every single away game has been under 20 points.
Good news for the playoffs.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. All right, Kev, what are you going to do to ensure the Chargers get a win?
So I ordered my no elevator hat. So my thought is I have some Southwest vouchers after I got stuck on a plane for 8 hours on my way here to San Diego. I could hop on a plane to, are they playing in Cincy or Pittsburgh?
Who? Oh, they're playing in Pittsburgh.
So I hop on a plane to Pittsburgh, go to the team hotel,
sabotage,
make a friend with the guy that does the mechanics or whatever, whatever that does the elevator
engineer.
And then lock some studs in there, make it hot, drop like a fart bomb in there, really make them puke all over each other, just like one of my favorite movies, like they're on, we talked about earlier, Sandlot. That's something like that.
Or you could go Keanu Reeves, get them on the team bus and just take off full speed. Say there's a bomb. If we go below this, everyone's going to die.
They're just circling the stadium. They're like, we can't get off.
That's a wild idea. I'd be like as infamous as the guy that robbed the banks.
Yeah, you'd be like the
Chiefaholic.
Yeah.
Kev Hug and Duggan on a bus that won't
Strikes
stop.
again.
Yeah.
At least you'll get a documentary out of it.
Yeah, maybe. Probably more of like a Lifetime movie.
Yeah.
Like the sad podcast.
Keanu narrates the whole thing.
Yeah, and then he finds love somewhere.
Yeah. That'd be sick.
Christmas Story.
All right, if somebody does that, it's not us.
No, we are not saying that you should do this.
Joke.
We are joshing.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen.
Parody.
But if it does happen, it wasn't us.
It wasn't
It
us.
was not. We are not suspects number 1 or 2.
Didn't do it, won't do it.
Yeah. And I'll get some bigger pants for you. You know, I got some Charger PJs for Christmas, and those are nice and loosey goosey. They are billowy, so easy to pull down.
Kilt can pull down pretty easy.
Hey,
Kilt comes up.
Kilt can pull up. Yeah, that's even better.
That's a different energy.
Yeah, that is a different energy. We will.
Kilt solves all the problems.
Yeah,
that's true. Get a lot more of a
this could be a
breeze
good game to try and flex out. Like,
get the bad juju Kilt out. Yeah,
this could be the good game for it.
Or if things don't go well, you just burn that mofo.
Yeah.
So use it on the Raider game.
Yeah,
I wear it the first half, then you wear it the second half. We share kilts.
Yeah, maybe we got this wrong. Maybe Kevin's the kilt guy.
This is the Brotherhood of the traveling kilt.
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah.
Brotherhood of the traveling kilt. All right. Well, if you were wondering what the title of the episode was or why we named it that,
there you go.
All right. Tony Francis, thank you, buddy, for asking the question. And thank you, everybody, for asking questions and Ask Boltfam. It's just great.
Yeah.
Everything is just awesome.
Happy New Year's, everybody.
Happy freaking New Year's.
Grab 2025 by the balls and make it your best.
And pull it down.
Pull it down.
Pull those nuts down.
Whoa.
Hey.
All right. That's going to do it for us here at Charger Chat, folks. Any final thoughts there, gentlemen?
I think we pretty much finished that off the way we should have.
Yeah.
All right. Very
Ball
good.
jokes.
Ball jokes. Like my butt. Kilts. That's Charger Chat.
Let's go.
That's it. All right. We'll catch you guys on the next Charger Chat episode. Don't forget to bolt up because we're ready for any squad, any place.
Happy 2025. K, love you. Bye.
K, love you. Bye.
K, love you. Bye.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
In a world where football is everything, two fans are about to learn the true meaning of luck and legroom. This fall, Kev, Huggin Duggan, and Wolldog are about to prove that real men don't just wear jerseys, they wear a lucky kilt. Two Chargers superfans, one very questionable decision. When the Chargers need a miracle to win the Super Bowl, they'll have to trust in the one thing that's never let them down, a kilt. Sometimes you don't need a jersey, you just need a kilt. Get ready for Brotherhood of the Traveling Kilt. It's time to make history and a fashion statement.